Ladies, gentlemen, welcome back. Today we've got a Siege commentary. Finally managed to get a half-decent Siege. Been having terrible games lately. If any of you have been by my stream, yeah, we had an interesting night last night. I think I had about 2 wins. That was not fun. But you know, today we've come on and I've been playing with Temple Tart. And if you didn't know, Temple Tart and Drayton have a podcast that I was on a little while back. I'll leave a link to the podcast in the description below. So if you want to check that out, it's all about CB and changes and just general chat about our experiences on CB. So yeah, if you want to check that out, the description below. Anyway, so we're starting off with just getting rid of the artillery. The cannons, our team on the cannons are doing a good job, but it's really imperative to get rid of the Divine Crows as quickly as possible. And there's nothing really else I'm going to be doing here. I'd rather not be missing cannon shots. I might as well just come underneath these cannons and tickle away some damage, just so when our team do land a cannonball, they only have to land one. So yeah, it's just the way I like to start out as a short bow. In terms of short bow, kind of getting used to it now. I'm very much looking forward to next season and seeing what short bow gets rune wise, if they're going to be new runes or what's going on with that. But I'm having a really good time. It's a bit of a change of pace to dual blades. Dual blades is very strong at the moment with the shuriken toss, but I'm just trying to get myself accustomed to a different class, just in case they get rid of the shuriken toss runes, shuriken throw runes, because they increase the range by 25%, reduce the cooldown, they do deal 30% more damage, and they reduce enemies' damage by 15%. So very good. So here we go. We're first on chain dart. On short bow, chain dart's definitely one of my hardest people to fight, considering I've kind of got a build where I've only got 1 stun. I feel like potentially I should go for the throw bowler, but I'm not sure what I'd drop out of here. But at the moment, I'm having good fun with this build, and it taps them up. Almost get annihilated by that musket. Couldn't believe that he half healthed me in 2 shots. I mean, that's pretty cool from a musket there. Yeah, that damage is incredible. But now just bring the halberdiers in, going to block up this entrance so they can't get in. This game has a ridiculous amount of monks that is always fun. I'm still hoping monks get a little bit more of a nerf, just because they're just more like, there's other units to play with, and I feel like people don't they want to just go with monks that I think ruin a lot of other units' gameplay. But hopefully in the coming few things we'll see less monks. This Maul tries to come in on my blue halberdiers, hit him with the Angry Hornets. That I noticed the bleed on Angry Hornets. If you do it when they've got a lot of health, in the description is like, the more health they have, the higher percentage of bleed they get. That's quite an interesting one. Don't manage to tap this guy out straight away, but kill him in the end. Just got his monks twirling away there, and now I'm going to do a little wall run and see if I can. I know we're going to push this point up here. We're going to push the supply point. So I probably shouldn't. I probably should be down with the guys, but I was just curious if they would potentially move if they were taking damage from above. But they don't. They stay right there. So this is kind of a pointless endeavor because I'm not a longbow. But we're picking up some kills. We're just annoying. But what I was hoping for is, normally I shoot at people like that when they've got guns or archers and stuff, and they move them out of the way very quickly. But we're now deciding time to push for the point. We got some Imperial Javs here. We got some Axe Raiders and something else behind there. We're gonna get the halberdiers in and see if they'll actually pick up some kills, but I think they're gonna struggle because there's just a huge wall of monks ahead of us that are gonna spin to win. Gonna stun this poleaxe here. He's gonna take an ult from a dual blades, but we pick him up quite nicely. I see that Maul at the back there trying to interrupt his heal, but I'm now being faced by a lot of twirling monks. That is always fun. And I see the guy bringing camels here, and I'm like, okay, well, I might stay in support just in case his camels can do something. But I think, unfortunately, they come in at an interesting time. He braces them and then unbraces them. So I'm not really sure what was going on there. And then he charges them forward, and they just get blended by monks, unfortunately. And now the situation's going a little bit awry there. Managed to slide that knockdown and totally miss the chain dart. So with my stun. There's probably the only annoying thing I have is that if I miss in a fight in a 1v1 versus a chain dart or a dual blades, if I miss that stun, it is very difficult for me to recover unless I can get the stun back in the next few seconds. So now I'm just peppering a few of these stalwarts in the back, just seeing if I can help the team out a bit. And obviously New Cav just runs over the top of our team. That's, again, another unit I think needs another nerf. I don't think it's quite weak enough yet. I still haven't seen any diversity in cavalry yet. I'd like to see, Winged Hussars come back and Cassifrax, but at this current point, no one's. It's not really worth it. Saw the guns over there, the muskets. Thought I would have a little pick up of those, and we got 2 or 3 of them making the move. That's what I was trying to do earlier with the halberdiers, but obviously not the same. So he moved them out of the way, and now we're just going to head off and grab ourselves a lovely new unit that I think we're going to go with the Chevaliers that I just brought out as a random because I like to mix up the units a little bit. Different gameplay. I can't stand just playing the same meta units, YOLO, Cav and Monks. I can't stand that. I think you're here to have a bit of fun. Why not play something a bit different every now and then in terms of units? So we brought these out. We got the blue crossbows on them because I hear now the green crossbows are no longer. They used to be the best ones to take, the green crossbows, but no longer. So I've just got them in that hallway. Get a little stun on that guy. Get Angry Hornets on there, and the bleeder's ticking away quite nicely. But he's not going to die. I'm just basically forcing people away from our group. Unfortunately, I decide to move these closer and forget that they're aggressive. So in a second, you'll see they start coming around the corner. I'm like, oh, I panic. Because I'm like, no, I don't need to lose my Chevaliers for no reason without the crossbows doing anything. So I panic big time. Get very annoyed at that point. I didn't know they were so aggressive. But oh well, we'll bring them in a second. I'm going to take them around this back corner and see if I can pick up a few kills. They're definitely, obviously, not as good as they used to be, the Chevaliers, but they are enjoyable to play. They're definitely a weird play style. This one, I just hit their Sec 2 ability and start nailing into them. I'm trying not to lose too many Chevaliers because I need them to obviously use the crossbows. I've got a lot of speed doctrines and a lot of veteran points in speed for the Chevaliers that I'm actually thinking of taking out because I kind of want them to be as slow as possible so they don't actually ever have to go in combat and we can just use the crossbows. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that doctrine off them, that's the lancing doctrine, increase their speed by like 6%. And then I'll have a look at their victory line and try and change that. Tried to put a charge down here to see if my crossbows will hit anything, but I think it was just a tad too far for them to go. I'm going to take a little heal, get some ammunition back, and try and protect my 5 Chevaliers that I have left. Because obviously you need those to be able to use them. And then if they die, your crossbows just kind of sit there. At least the crossbows do continue to shoot, but if you're in the wrong place, you got just a unit standing in a random location. So we're now pushing C quite nicely. It's somehow going really well. They haven't bothered to even attempt to defend C. That's interesting, considering normally you would put up a little bit of a defense on C. You wouldn't lose too many units to hold it, but you would want to buffer some time out. But now we've got a very heavy push coming for main base, and I'm seeing these Fortebraccios over there. I'm like, okay, if I can get my crossbows onto the point and then send my Chevaliers in, at least if my Chevaliers die, we have the crossbows somewhere. So then we hit that, and now they start peppering. Lots of lovely numbers. A few assists coming in. Chevaliers are dead though, but the crossbows are still shooting. Unfortunately, some guy sees my crossbows and takes his YOLO cav over, and here they come to kill the rest of my crossbows there. But just lovely, and he gets rough justice. Don't know how I missed that ult of mine. I felt like I was directly on him, but I think when someone's on the floor, they're not actually on the floor. I don't know how it works, but I was aiming at his head on the floor, and yeah, nothing. So I have found with shortbow, it's very worth your while trying to get headshots when you're up close. When you're past about 20 meters range, your shots are no longer anywhere near accurate. So getting that is hard, but yeah, up close headshots do a lot of damage. So now we got a few berserkers in here. Though I was actually surprised how much damage I was doing to these berserkers. Trying to bring the axe raiders in, and then sort of panic a bit because I thought, oh, I don't want to get these killed with my team not here. So, but Doorblade picks up that chain dart, and now I'm just going to pepper a few things here, just see if we can take anything out. If there's any guns or anything, nothing. Just building up a few of those stacks. Then in comes the berserkers, and now we're gonna just hit them with some axes, pop berserk, but the axe raiders are successful in that. And over here we get in a bit of an artillery battle because I see the guy with the ballista there, and like, ooh, that could be a bit dangerous for us. There's actually two out there, but I was like, this one at the front, let me see if I can eventually get it. Attempt to see if the tread will work. Not the right angle. I'm like, okay, let's try and kill this ballista. Did get hit by the second one, and now I'm sort of committed to killing it. That isn't ideal because I'm going to be here a little while, but eventually we managed to take it down in the next few shots, and now that's out. That's kind of what I'm enjoying about shortbow. I know it's not high damage. It does take a little bit to kill a bit of artillery with it, but you have the option there to help your team in that way, considering your damage is quite low in other circumstances. Yeah, it's always nice to help out your team in that regards. But now we're gonna go, and I'm sort of looking for a point. I remember thinking, oh, I'll go. I don't think we can get the point, so I'm gonna go put up a mortar on this hill here, up on this sort of walkway. But then I see that our team's got quite a heavy push, so decide, yep, let's go and join them on that, and take the axe raiders with us. One of those things where you just kind of think, oh, time for artillery, and so many times it happened, I put artillery up and then our team's pushed and we've won, and you just haven't used it, especially if you're putting up epic artillery. You're like, what a waste, what a waste. But now we're pushing, and it looks like we're going to start edging the point here. Missed my stun, terrible accuracy, panicked too much on that. Landed one hit, get chained, comes in, but he doesn't realise my axe raiders are right there, so again, missed him on that ult, I think I did there. And now this is where I feel like axe raiders are really, really good. If you just keep them at the back, behind the front line, and just keep every cooldown just lobbing those axes, they've got such versatility, because you have the option, if you need to just throw them somewhere, they'll just phase through. They pick up another kill. They're really on the point now, and it is coming to the end. We just need the last little speck, pick up another kill, and that is it. And I think we finish on, 72 kills and 7 heroes? 74 kills and 7 heroes. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.